All right, everybody. Thank you for jumping on with us for our Tri-State Trends podcast. I got my girl Damian Wilkins from FFL Mazal in the building with us, and she's humbly kicking along, helping families, and crushing it at the same time, helping 30 to 40 families a month, trending more towards the 40 side. And life seems to be just good. So I wanted to get you on this podcast and talk to you a little bit. How are you today, Damien?
I am doing pretty well, Mark. Thank you for having me.
It's awesome to have you. And again, with this trajectory, there's some things that you're doing that are very well. But before we do that, can you give us a little bit about your backdrop and how you find Family First Life?
Ah, first of all, I was in a non-captive, I was in a captive. I started out as a captive agency. So Family First Life just fell on me. I knew Jason from Mazal, who is
Mm-hmm.
the head of Mazal.
Yeah.
I knew him from that agency. So meeting him, he coerced me. Took a little coercion, a little while for me to
Little
actually
coercion.
join him. Yes, so here I am at FFL and loving it. It's been great here, you know, the support, training, it's been great.
Nice. How did you when did you start with us?
I would say I'm on my second year.
Nice. And did you just start getting to these numbers? Um, between 30 and 40 families a month, or have you been living there for a while?
Uh, the fluctuations, the thing is, the more you put in, the more you get out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you're working, you're working. When you're not working, you're not working. It's a place of consistency that I want to stay for the rest of this year.
Mm.
Last year was not bad, but this year I want to really get to meet my goals. And this is somewhere I want to stay and higher for this year.
I love it. And then you talk about this buzzword, this huge thing called consistency, right? And we know that if we have it, we can reach our goals, and if we don't, our goals can be very elusive. So,
Mhm.
how did you get into this place you're in now, where you're locked in on crushing the consistency throughout the remainder of the year?
Ah, I just got up one day and I had to find my why, my reason why I'm doing this,
Mm.
and I had to become more focused because what happened to me was that I had other businesses that I would put priority over this one. And since just reset my mindset as to what I want to do, the goals that I want to have, I've become more consistent, with doing the things that I need to do for this business here.
And why did you select this business over the other businesses? That's always a question, right? Because if something's distracting you, you're probably going to move it. Or some people just keep doing it and they go, well, I have the businesses. I'm too proudful. I don't prideful. I'm proud. I don't want to lose these businesses. And I'm just going to keep doing it. You actually had a come to Jesus moment and you said, hey, I want to hear about it. I don't want to tell it because I don't know it. But I know that happened.
Ah, I like that, the come to Jesus moment, because as cliche as it sounds, it's really a true thing for me because serving people, protecting families, helping people to see how they can really build wealth, restructuring themselves, educating people is just something that I'm passionate about. So choosing to do this, was a no-brainer for me.
Makes sense. And it was both sides helping people and what the money could do while helping them.
Right.
It outweighed the other businesses, yes?
Yes.
Makes sense, all the sense in the world. So now, with you locking in on this business, has this business paid you more than all those other businesses combined?
The other business is a pretty lucrative business. It just boils down to choice, right? It's easy doing what I do here, right? So it makes it more easier, more flexible. I can be in another country, in another state, and still be working.
Hmm.
And that's the flexibility that I was looking
Got
for.
it.
That Yes,
Oh, that's huge, huge. So the buzzword was flexibility. What am I doing? Like this, is this valuable to me? Am I creating
right,
value for others? And is it making money? So
right.
what I'm high, I guess I didn't know, I didn't hear flexibility the first time. So now I'm hearing that and I'm saying that's very valuable to people and agents and what they're looking for, and that's working for you.
Yes, it's working for me. I mean, I was in Jamaica 2 weeks ago, and I still did work. I still worked, you know. I was enjoying myself doing other things, but I was still working. And that is to me is like perfect. Could not be better.
I love to hear it. Now, with a schedule like that, or with flexibility like that, are you doing more in-home telesales, Zoom sales? What's your approach?
Oh, so I do Zoom sales. I do a lot of referrals, like 80% of my business is referrals.
Mm,
My telesales, that's a 20%. That's for when I'm actually sitting here in my office like I am now.
mm-hmm,
That's telesales moments. Besides that, it's just workshops, meeting people, being random, talking to people. I love to talk, so that's easy.
mm-hmm.
I have a conversation with somebody even at Walmart. It doesn't matter where you are. It just makes it easy, you know, to just meet a new client and just chat them up and get their information and then talking about business.
I love it. Now, what does that schedule look like? Like, what's the schedule you're running to produce that type of production?
Okay, so I do 4 workshops for the month, right? These workshops are on Saturdays. My typical day starts at 7 in the morning and it finishes around 3. So my typical day is 7 to 3. Not That's my typical day. That's the hours I'm slated for to work, right? Notwithstanding that there are things that I'm going to be doing at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the night. It is, because things are just going to pop up that I have to deal with, that you just have to respond to emails or stuff like that. But the time that I have scheduled is 7 to 3.
At what days?
Monday to Friday. Saturdays are my workshop days. And so my Zoom meetings are usually scheduled during the day, during 7 to 3, or on a rare case, I might do some in the nights. It's depending on the availability of my clients.
Wow, I like this. So let's talk about the workshops. What type of workshops are they?
They're joint workshops with other businesses. So let's say I have a team of people. So we have realtors, I'm the only insurance agent that's
Okay.
there. So we have a group of people and we do these workshops. They're free. People come in and they register, we get their information, kind of stuff like that. Tell them about insurance, what it is about, what are the benefits, just educating people and just getting people covered, protected.
I love it. So that's what 7 to 3 looks like, and those are Zoom slots.
Yes.
Now, what is your typical appointment? How many appointments do you typically have during a week?
I'll do on a day basis, probably 8 daily.
8 a day
Yes.
from a work.
I'll do 8 appointments a day. But it's dependent on, on a good day, 8 per day. On a day when I'm just, cruising, I might do 2, 3, but it's dependent on what's happening. But
Okay.
my main niche market though is targeting small business owners. So that makes it a little easier for me to get into my clientele.
Okay.
That's how the referrals come in.
Okay. So those slots also equal referrals.
Yes.
Okay. What is a typical day? Obviously, 8 appointments open, but how many typically booked?
Typically have eight appointment opening. If I'm doing telesales, I'm taking probably about 12 calls for the day.
Okay.
Of the 12 calls, I'll close probably 8 or 6 to 8, 50% to 80% of the calls I'll close if I'm doing telesales, right? But if I'm doing my referrals and my bookings, my these people are already people that I've already spoken with.
Mm.
They're coming already referred, so they're ready to go. The only thing that holds that process up is collecting information and getting them what they're really looking for.
I like your process. I mean, it seems
Work smarter, not harder.
very enticing. Where are you out of? What part of the country are you out of? Do you hail from?
I'm in Florida.
Okay.
Nice, nice Florida.
What part of Florida?
I'm in Orlando.
Sunny Orlando. Got it. And that just seems like a schedule that works. Now, did you find it hard to duplicate that to other people?
Um, yes.
Hmm.
Why I would say yes is because people will not talk as much as I talk. You know, they will not go into the mall and see somebody in a store, like Target people specifically. You see them shopping in a high-end store, you go up and you have a conversation with them
Hmm.
just because you see them in the store,
Hmm.
you know? So you're like, okay, people will not do that. But targeting, duplicating telesales is easier for me
Got it.
because it's just, you get your script down, you know how to take your calls, get your script down, that's it. That's easier to duplicate for me.
That's great, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you're very active. You're a walking billboard.
Yes, I try to be, but not so much of a billboard though. I like to be a little, I'm a little humble.
So how do you then let's talk about it. You go meet somebody, you're
Mhm.
drumming up a conversation. How do you do that? And how do you transition that?
Let me give you a simple one. Let's say I'm in Walmart, right? And I'm at the aisle looking at butter.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is there buying butter. I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe its butter has gotten so expensive.
Hmm.
Everything is so expensive these days. Won't you agree? And they'll be like, oh, yes, everything is so expensive. And the conversation starts there. Then I'll be like, oh my God, what do you do for a living these days? And they answer me, and I said, okay, well, I'm an insurance, I'm into insurance, and this is what I do. I protect people, and I start to tell them what I do. And immediately, I don't give them a card. I allow them to scan my card so that way I'll get their number, or I text them my card. So I get their number. So once I have their number, I'll be like, okay, I'll reach out to you just to educate you. How about me talking to you in the next day? Because I don't want them to forget me, right? So I'll talk to you tomorrow, or if you're free later, that will be fine too. Yeah, I don't want them to forget me. And then I'll say something silly like, to get them to laugh, and so they'll remember me. So when I call them, I'll be like, oh, this is a crazy girl you met in Walmart. And, just wanted to share with you what I do and how it works. And yeah, they'll remember.
That's amazing. It's so good. It's so strategic. Um, Let me ask you a question. Why not leads?
Why not leads? Telesales is leads.
So you do work leads.
Yes, I'm buying the leads. Telesales is leads.
Okay, so you're buying leads. And
Yes.
in addition to drumming up stuff cold, what type of leads are you buying? How many are you typically buying a week?
So I'll do 12 per day. So if I'm doing 12 per day, I'm looking at probably say 60 leads for the week.
Is that those are live transfers?
Live transfers, yes.
Okay, makes sense. And what is that like when you receive a live transfer? How are you getting them to understand what's happening?
It's easy. There's a script that is provided. So the first day on the phone, I'll be like, hi, this is Damien. I'll be your insurance agent for today, helping you to meet your insurance needs. Are you looking to purchase insurance today? Yes, no. Knock it out. If they want insurance, you want insurance. If you're looking for a quote, I'll be like, so how it works is that we do submit an application on your behalf, and it takes about 5 to 7 minutes. My job is just simple, just to get you approved at the right rate at the right company. Simple.
If are you
It's
looking
not,
to purchase insurance? That's so direct. Uh,
yes, I have to be direct. It's my money.
yeah,
And it allows me to weed them out.
right.
So I can move on to the next. Are you looking to purchase insurance today? Are you looking for coverage today? And then my next question will be after that, what is your budget like?
Really?
Yes. How much are you looking to? Is there a budget you're trying to stay under? And I throw some figures out there, 10, 50, $100. Yeah. Now I get a commitment. And I say, okay, great. Now we can work with that.
Pre-qualify. A pre
Yes.
a
Pre-qualify.
pre-qualification like the mortgage business. Don't come in
Yes.
don't come into this house unless you got a pre-qualification letter.
Yeah, but yes, you have to do that because it's business, right? As much as we're protecting families, there's also investments that we have to put into this business to make it work, right? So if I were to be chatting on the phone with somebody without pre-qualifying them, I'm wasting my time, their time, and my resources.
I like you so much. You are amazing. And no wonder you're helping 30, 40 families a month. You know, you're doing you have some natural skill sets, and it shows itself very well. What does 2023 future look like for you? How do you want to finish the year or pace through?
I want to in for this month, May is already out, right? So I'm looking at June moving forward, June the 6th month of the year. So what I'm looking at is to increase my trajectory. The path that I'm on, I want to at least get to 100 families per month for the month
Mm,
moving forward. That's my aim. And I'm working hard on it. I'm having a kick at it. So
mm, mm.
that's my aim. And bearing in mind that I'm just doing this, by myself, not with a team, active team. There's a team, but actively producing. No.
My girl Damian Wilkins, Tri-State trending with her. I appreciate you sharing. This was a really good one. I mean, your assumptive nature. You're very assumptive and very confident. No waste, not wasting time, and a closer. So thank you for taking the time to enlighten us with your process and how you're doing things and getting it done. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, Mark.
Well, God bless. Thank you for listening. Tri State Trending, Damian Wilkins. Peace, y'all. Take care.